Former Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley was in Israel to show her support for Israel in its war against Hamas. ILTV's Lidar Grave-Lazi met with the leading U.S. politician as she visited Nir Oz and other communities impacted by the massacre.
Hi, Emily. I'm here in Kibbutz Nir Oz, one of the hardest hit kibbutzim on October 7th. And today, member of Knesset Dani Danon is hosting former U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, on a solidarity mission as she's here in Israel. She's touring the sites of the October 7th massacre, including the kibbutz, the Nova Music Festival site, and the police station in Sderot.
I told her the horrible torture that Hamas did, the 7th of October, killed is a light word, it's a murder, kidnapped. We had 80 kidnapped people, 30 murdered, the 7th of October. They burned the houses, about 80% of our houses look like this, need to be rebuilt. And I told her that I need her help for a ceasefire, and I need her help to bring home all the hostages and all our family members, and also Dad Lifshitz, which is my father-in-law, that he was a big peace fighter. And I also told her that the whole world needs to help to build up Gaza again, and not just give the money. All the world have to be a representative from all over the world to build it up, and this whole area should live in peace and happiness after all the hostages are back and there will be a ceasefire in Gaza.
After touring the kibbutz, she continued to the site of the Nova Music Festival massacre, where she heard directly from one of the survivors.
Remember when this happened, I said, finish them. They need to finish Hamas. Don't stop until they finish. But also make sure that that security is intact so that it never happens again from Hamas or anybody else. And so I will always push America to do what I think is the right thing, which is you stand by your friends and you don't waver on that.
Indeed, Nikki Haley touted her great friendship with Israel and with Dani Danon, forged during their days working side by side at the United Nations.
Dani, why was it important for you to bring Nikki Haley to Israel and to the sites of the October 7th massacre?
So I invited Ambassador Haley to come right after the massacre, but she was in the middle of the campaign, and she told me once she finished the campaign she will come, and I'm very happy that she did it. She's standing with Israel, supporting us at the international arena, and what we heard today, we heard voices of moral clarity, basically telling us, finish the job. Don't listen to anyone. Do what is good for Israel. We have to do that. We have to go all the way, finish Hamas, and make sure we bring back the hostages. If there are ministers who want us to stop the war, they shouldn't stay in the government. This government must finish the job.
Regarding the United Nations and the world courts, Nikki Haley did not hold back.
And for all those countries who decided to recognize a Palestinian state, do you know what that felt like here in Israel? You just gave credit to Hamas and all that they did. For all those looking at the ICC and ICJ, right before we landed, there were strikes in Tel Aviv. Why? Because the ICC and ICJ just emboldened Hamas. They just gave them everything they needed to know. And when the friends of Israel back off, the terrorists move in.
She also slammed Iran, Russia, and China for their complicity in the October 7th massacre.
It was orchestrated by Iran. It was helped with Russian intelligence. And it was fueled by money from China. Don't deny that. China's been funding Iran the entire time. Russia's intelligence helped them know where everything was. Iran helped get them trained. So this isn't Hamas. Look at these. These are all murderers and accomplices.
Nikki Haley will continue her trip tomorrow, visiting the northern border and the threat by Hezbollah.